There are three major points in Fox's fight against this dictatorship. The beginning, when she was a vigilant with Kitty,
Mhm.
the moment that she became a kind of political person, she's a lawyer and she organized people in a very correct way by the laws. She's trying to follow the laws
Mhm.
and trying to break the system following the laws. And there is a moment that she breaks everything, says, okay, I need to change all the laws, all the society to achieve my point. Am I right?
Perfect.
That's what's going to.
Perfect.
Okay, okay, okay,
I think
okay.
I have something for between 2 and 3. I think possibly, and this goes into the conversation that we had when we're talking about, you said breaking the system. So you also spoke about people getting in too deep when they get into the system to try to break it, that it's too far to come back out. And I think that possibly in these political realms, if she's offered something that offers her the opportunity to disrupt Anaran a little bit, even though it might help some shady people. So like the government obviously doesn't have the people's best interest in heart. So if, the government's like, I need you to kill this dude over in the government in Anaran, just hypothetically. For her, she's getting the resources to do what she wanted to do since she was a kid. And this dude hit up her homie. So like she's mad. But in her doing that, in her own like wants of her goals, she's also helping the people that she ends up battling in the future. So like now her reputation might be tainted because they have some knowledge that she did some stuff for them. In the future, now people are wondering, is Foxy an agent? Is she working for government? Is she a covert op just trying to, why is she? And that's kind of what Lala's trying to investigate in here. Not only like, did you kill Kitty, but also like, who the fuck are you? Did the government send you here to like get a whole bunch of women arrested? Are you here really for the purpose of the people? Like, what's your purpose?
In the beginning, it's a weak person, a very complex person, or a person you don't know about so much about her.
Mm-hmm.
But with the time, we see that all her reasons, all her actions, it's very calculated.
I think that that's why I wrote that in the beginning. If she's able to accumulate enough of a backing that, she says, I'm holding a public rally. I've seen this done in Babel or whatever. And, she actually goes there and there's an attendance of people that would upset and break the structure, like showing a glitter of hope in the masses to where one of the majors takes out Kitty. That's where all this happens. But it shows Foxy that the pen is mightier than the sword, because if we weren't a threat, you wouldn't have needed to do something like that. This rally can be like the goal point or a simulation of all the work that Foxy does as a vigilante in the streets. So while she's doing all that work, she's building her reputation, she's building her skills to the point where she's confident enough to do this rally. So that's another, but yeah.
Wants to be with her because, come on, who doesn't? Fox is amazing, you know?
Absolutely. All right. So agreed. It goes into what you say as well, because you said that you wanted kind of these shadow figures to come and offer Lala the opportunity. It even adds more severity because now Lala is at the same door that Foxy was in when she, so.
The four horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking something in the first issue to change some pages that they are not drawn yet, but I think we can change one or two to show all this, how can I say, dangerous scenario,
Yeah.
The sense of a close menace.
Um, like rap. I don't know. Do you listen to rap at all? Okay. So
Come on, man.
there you go. Okay.
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. So there are certain rappers that they don't say shit, but and then there are certain rappers that like let's just say J. Cole, they compact. There's no wasted line. And I want to be able to utilize that as much as possible. You helped write out a scene to where in the initial scene it was the town folk, and then it was like the hierarchy looking down on them. But I think that that's a perfect opportunity since it's already written in the story to just kind of put a narrative on it. So maybe someone's coming to collect. Maybe we only see one, and they're overlooking down, and what's it called? We can have that shot of Foxy explaining what this is to Kitty, to Lala, but instead of it being that mundane shot inside of the office, instead it could just be Foxy's head and the people that she's explaining in the background, kind of like you see their heads. There are four horsemen, and it's just kind of like this. Uh, this also gives us we don't even need to search for content if we're doing follow-up series. We have two pivotal points in Foxy's life that we can explore. I think that a whole political story of have you seen The Wire? Yeah. So I think that we have enough content for us to be able to write even parallel series, and that goes into how much we're able to fit into this one, how deep we want to go or can go into her political life.
To know how to have a goal. As I explained to you, we have a bigger plot and we have small plots. You know, all the small plots comes or follows, or it's a trail to the bigger plot. Um, and I think the final idea for us is that the reader, as Lala, wants to be part of her monsters. Okay,
Agreed.
so at the end, Lala, I think I want to do this story in this direction. Lala wants to be part of her monsters because we want that the readers be part of her monsters.
Mhm.
So that's all the idea I'm building here. And for this, we need to go to these parallel directions, as you said, a political arguments and a personal arguments. In political, we have all the Foxy trajectory, all her life, and in personal, all her contact with Kitty, how Kitty was important to her.
Yeah. Um,
uh,
so far with the political landscape that we've set so far, just in case we need to change anything, I have Babel, and that is 50 states. We get to set up the geography as much as we want. We have each state that's attributed to an animal, all type of terrain. That's one continent. The other continent is Anaran. That has 5 districts. I have the districts' names, and I have their overseeing majors as well. Dictatorship, not democracy, whole other thing. Then we have a third continent on the political realm. We have options. It can be a civilized society, or it can be a society that, again, of native tribesmen that won't let natural society integrate with them. So going over there is going to the savage lands, which is interesting. And we can still have a hierarchy over there. It just doesn't, function with the other two. And then between those, we have all these islands to where people, they might set up a bunker. You might have somebody travel over there. There might be pirates over here. There might be bandits. Just a whole bunch of possibilities. So, don't know what you think about that structure.
Yesterday, you said a thing. We chatted. We were chatting at the Discord, and you said a thing that's very, very, very important for me. Is to build all the roles of the world. because those rules, that's what's going to show us how we can manage all the characters
Mhm.
and how they connect themselves. And we when we have this, all the word rules, it's easier to show them,
I think
because for me it's very important to show Foxy, but we we can only understand her when we understand the world that she lives.
it's a beautiful measure between both nature and nurture. So we get to see a nurturing home life, but still the environment is what set everything out to be the way that it is uh, today. That's part of the reason that the company exists. The reason the company exists is because DeFi is here to disrupt the status quo in an anarchy style type of way of bringing power back to the people. And I think that that's where the rebellious spirit of this comes in.
Yeah, no problem. I think all these things are. It looks like, for me, it looks like RPG. Like Dungeons and Dragons or things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh, that's beautiful. I have never played Dungeons and Dragons properly.
Come
That's,
on, man.
but when I say Lev is the co-founder of the company with me, one of the co-founders, he said that
Come on, man.
he said he's played the same
I don't love
character
you
for
anymore.
he said he's played the same character for 10 years. And I'm just like, but this is literally what this project is doing. And that's the beautiful part. I think the fact that we're creating, we have all these characters that we're plugging into this world and we get to do cool shit.
Yeah, that's it.
So-
Yeah, when you first showed me the when Rafael sent to me her monster ID, I said, "Oh, this looks like GURPS." The GURPS, it's a very old RPG. It's a very old from old guys like me,
Okay.
and
I know
they,
about
they
it.
have this they have this supplements with different scenarios, and one of them, one of the most popular, were something like cyberpunk scenario. It was amazing, very nice, very fun to play with that. Okay, no problem. I'm just assessing some memories, but we can use it a lot. The idea of RPGs,
Mhm.
they function very very well with her monster, and all the continents and all the places, all the scenarios. We can do this a lot.
By January, February, in the beginning of next year, we're going to have the website done so that people are going to take their characters and run missions just like an RPG. So that's basically what this story is setting up to. We're giving the history of why this gang exists so that people can play.
What's our deadline for this?
As soon as possible.
But not a normal day. It's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just one more Friday in my life. Okay, no problem. So let's work. Let's work.
Let's do it. I'll get back to the work right now. Thank you. Enjoy lunch, and I'll speak to you later, brother.
Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.